Hey guys, it's Dr. Mike, and I want to talk today about something I've been hearing a lot about and seeing a lot on social media. I have people come and ask me, whether it's in our office or friends or family, and they ask for advice on weight loss. And I'll give them some suggestions, and they'll say, well, yeah, but I don't really like to eat salads, or I don't really like vegetables, or I don't really like to exercise, or I've got this injury, or it's really hard to give up alcohol right now because it's a stress reliever and I've got a lot of stress going on. So we can make all these excuses, but one thing you have to understand is if you want something different, you're going to have to do something different. And I know that sounds really obvious, but it's true. You got to think about that, and you're going to have to go through some pain. We have something right now in our culture we haven't had in the past. It's called cognitive media bias, which means you see on Facebook or on YouTube, you see a video of somebody that goes through this absolute health transformation. They lose 100 pounds in a span of a 2-minute video. Now we know consciously that it took more than 2 minutes for that to happen, but our subconscious doesn't really register that. So when we decide we're going to start to work out or make these changes, and we start to run into some pain, we give up because you think, well, I didn't think it was going to be that hard, or I didn't think it was going to be this challenging. So you got to know that you're going to go through some pain, right? You got to be honest with yourself. So count the cost ahead of time. You say, I'm going to make these nutritional changes because I want to lose weight. You got to decide if it's the cost is not too big for you to overcome. In other words, you say, okay, I want to make these nutritional changes, but it's Friday night and I'm going to go out with my friends and they're going to be drinking whiskey and drinking beer and margaritas and hamburgers and French fries. And am I willing to sit there and eat a salad and drink water and not complain about it and overcome the challenge of the temptation? Am I willing to get up on a Saturday morning to exercise when I want to sleep in? Am I willing to get up, 5 o'clock in the morning if that's the only time I have to work out and exercise, right? Am I willing to give up bread or whatever your challenge is? You got to count the cost ahead of time and be realistic with yourself and say, is it worth it? Is the result that the result that I know that I'm going to get, is it worth overcoming this challenge? And if it's not, don't even attempt it. But almost always it's going to be, but you've got to be tough. You've got to overcome it. I know that sounds simple, but remember, if you want something different, you've got to do something different. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're not going to get a different result. It's as simple as that. So dig in, overcome the pain. And if you interview or talk to anybody that's successful at a high level, whether that's financially, whether that's in weight loss, whether they're a successful business owner, and ask them, what kind of challenges did you overcome? They're never going to say, oh, it's so easy, I didn't have to overcome anything. Everything just fell in my lap. It was just super easy. No, they're going to tell you about the things they've overcome, the dark days and the challenges, and why it's so rewarding what they've achieved, right? If there's no challenge, there'll be no reward. We won't have any fun in the results. So, dig in. You can do it. You're tougher than you think you are. Overcome those challenges. And if you have questions, message me or put a comment here. I'd love to be able to help you.